Hey everybody, can you hear me? Can you see me? Mic check 1 2 1 3. Put a 1 in the chat if you can hear and see me. Hear me and see me. All right, are we good? Are we good? Can I get a 1 in the chat? Let me know that we live. Let me know that we here. All right. I really hope, I really hope that your boy delivers. Like, of course, I know what I'm talking about, but of all of the trainings, this is probably one of the most important ones that you can ever get. So me and a private group of individuals, we went over market structure and more in detail, more about the definitions and the whys, right? But this training right here, I'm going to assume that you know enough to be dangerous. So we're just going to get into the technical piece of it with explaining why things are moving the way that it moves. And the thought process behind it is, if we can understand what we're seeing and we can understand what we're reading, then we can then act accordingly, right? Because if everything is black and white, then hey, it should be like a done deal, right? Now, of course, like everything, it's easier said than done, right? I can read market structure, right? But at the same time, I still make mistakes. I still get caught up in the noise or whatnot, right? So there's a lot of things that we need to do. I need to do too, like check myself, right? And make sure that mentally I'm there. Because when I'm mentally on, then I'm unstoppable. But if I'm not mentally on, whew, it's a bad day for your boy, right? So, but I think that goes, that's with anything in life, right? So, hopefully I'm on my game tonight for you. So welcome everybody. It's your boy Stocks for Real, Sacrifice for Riches. I am a crown trader here at KGU. And of course, everybody that you see names in green, that's also Sacrifice for Riches. So today we're going to talk about market structure. And the main reason why I'm bringing this up, one, like I said, to be able to look at the chart and know what you're looking at, right? I think that is important. But also, I get a lot of questions about like when to enter, when not to enter, did you enter, tell me when you're entering, right? Like, and I get it, but one can only do so much, right? I, like many other traders, right, especially those that are crowns, right, we trade just like you. You have to understand that we have a 9 to 5, probably like you. And if it's not a 9 to 5 for a W-2 job, then we own our own businesses, right? So we are, plus we have families, right? Like, so we're busy, right? But I don't think people really understand that. And I feel like people see us as just like a name or just like a digital being, right? And I think people forget that we're human, right? And for those reasons, like, I feel like there's a little bit of a, it's like a misunderstanding, right? Like, so, it may be like a little bit of what's the word I'm looking for? A dependence. Yeah, that's the word. So look, we have grown as a crowned unit, right? To a point where KG has set a standard. He set a bar. He wants us to communicate with you guys in a specific and consistent manner, right? Which all that does is makes us better as traders and communicators and educators, right? So you'll see me like post a trade breakdown, and you have to understand that a lot of work went into that, right? Like, you might get it might pop on your screen for five seconds, right? But it took me a long time, right, to get those figures and numbers together for you. So when you see me post, you'll see an entry, you'll see the take profit target, you'll see the stop loss, you'll see take profit 1, 2, and 3. I give you multiple, right? You'll see the strike price that I'm interested in. You'll see the premium that I'm estimating that it's going to cost me, right? Like, I'm giving you a lot of information, and don't expect me to tell you when to enter, right? Don't expect for me to tell you that I'm entering or exiting a play. The reason why I put together that structure for you in that manner is so you're able to make that decision on your own and not wait for the delayed reaction of me, right? So no telling where I am in my life, where I am in the day, whatever. Could whip out my phone, probably had an alert, hopped into a trade, got to get on with my merry way, into a meeting, into an assignment, into family matters, whatever it may be. So I give you guys those breakdowns so you can have the confidence to make the decision, right? And I fear that it's because of the limited knowledge on market structure and reading the charts is why we run into the situations where people are almost demanding that I tell them when to get into a play or when I'm getting into a play. And famous words of KG, not having that, right? Like, I've led you to water, right? You need to drink it. You need to take what I put together. If you don't do it yourself, right? You need to apply those levels to the chart, and then you need to read the chart, right? And then assess whether or not it's something that you want to play ball with, right? Do you want to be in this position or not? And if you can't identify that with the levels that I provided, pass on the play, do something else, but just don't wait for me to tell you when I'm in or out of a play, right? I give y'all the game ahead of time so you can make that decision. So that is what today is about. Today is about me trying to help you read, right? It's like Ebonics, just to help you read so that you can make those decisions, because ultimately that's the goal. The goal is to teach you guys enough so you can stand on your own. We're not gatekeeping anything. We're trying our best to put and deliver the tools that we think you need in order to be dangerous at this game, right? And perhaps be better traders than us, right? I don't care if somebody makes it to a couple mil before I do. Shout out to you. I'm happy for you. That brings me joy to know that you made it. It'll bring me joy the more people that I know that are seeing the levels and being able to execute on those levels, right? It makes me so happy, like, to know, Rail, senior levels, I took an entry, came up 30%. Appreciate it. Man, my whole day feels great because I know that somebody was able to take the hard work that I put in to put that together, and they were able to make money on it. So that happens every day, which is cool, but there's the other aspect of people that just don't know, right? Or are fearful or just uncertain, which is okay. And that's why we educate. That's why we teach, right? So I'm gonna look into the comments. I want to see KGU in the building. Please put hashtag KGU if you are here in KGU, right? And then I want to make sure I make another announcement just in case, because I don't want anybody to miss out. We are live. Please watch the start because it sets the stage of why and what we're. Hold up. Okay. All right, so let me take a quick drink and say hello. All right, and hopefully there's not much of a delay here, but I see you, GQ. I see you, Queen Philly. I see you, Roll Light Creative. I see you. All right, Q. I see you, Queen Junior. Okay, let's go. All right, if you're KGU, put hashtag KGU. I want to know that you are in the building and you're locked in so we can get busy. Okay. I'm already starting later than I want, and that's because I don't see enough people here right now, and I don't want to just start talking. What's good, Queen Rochelle? I see you. Ramesh, I see you. Big dog. Let's go to KGU. I see you. NW. Let's go. You know what? You know what? You know what? Hold up. Copy message link. Copy text. I'm opening this up to all of KGU. Everyone, tap in now. Give me a minute. I want to get more bodies in here. All right, let's get it. Let's go, KGU. Hit that like for real. I appreciate that, Ruben. God bless this opportunity. Let's go. Absolutely. All right, so I'm pausing because I just invited the entire Discord, okay? The reason is because of what I just said. So I'm gonna pretty much kind of repeat a little bit of what I said. I don't care that I'm gonna go a little longer than I want to, but it's very important to me that the message comes across clean and that people understand where I'm coming from and why this sets the stage for the training that we're going to get into right now. Okay, what's good, Breeze? Okay, if you're a KGU and you're just tuning in, put KGU in the comments right now. Let me know. I need to know. I need to see a wave of KGU pop in here. Okay, and then I want to get started. I might repeat something, but I need to set the stage. I need to do it proper. We're gonna be cool, calm, collected, and this is gonna be knowledge packed as much as I can. Okay. KGU, let's go. Y3, that's 1 kg. Give me 10 KGUs in here. Give me minimum of 10 KGUs, and make sure y'all hit the like button. Let's go, Trudy. Hey, Queen, good to see you. Good to see you, Queen. Everybody shout out to Trudy. Maggie, KGU, let's get it. All right. I feel like we're rolling in. So I'm going to go ahead and I'm going to kind of repeat what I already said. Let's go. Iron Ramen. I love it. Let's get it. Hey, you always do this. You always give me multiples. I think you do that. Stop it, bro. Stop it, bro. All right, so, all right, the reason why we're here, right? One, of course, I do 2 live training sessions, typically a month for KGU. However, I'm grateful for you, Trudy. Thank you for always showing love and support and being there for the community since conception. And then champion me. I really appreciate that love. So, okay, so everybody, I'm going to repeat a little bit of what I said before you just tapped in, okay? I need y'all to understand that me, and I can't speak necessarily for the other crown traders, but what's true is that we're all human, right? We all have families. We all have either a 9-to-5 or we own businesses, right? We have responsibilities outside of the Discord, yet you guys get a lot of us, more than you know, right? So I say that because I've been getting a wave of individuals like wanting me to tell them when to enter a play or when I'm entering a play, when I spend a ton of time, right? A ton of time breaking down plays for you in advance, right? So I need you to understand. Was confused. Okay. I need you to understand that Keenan, he set a standard for all the crown traders, right? The biggest lesson that I've learned from KG is that he shows up and he's consistent with how he delivers information, right? And he has that same expectation of the crown traders that he's put in place in order to help educate and build up the community. All right. Now, because of those standards, I've been made a better trader and educator, right? However, right, I think people don't understand the amount of work that goes into what we do. Okay. So meaning that you might see a nice clean breakdown of a play, but you don't see all the time that was put into filtering through all of whatever in order to get that for you. So for me in particular, I give you the ticker, I give you the entry, I give you the take profit targets, not just one, I give you 1, 2, and 3 take profit targets in total. I give you the strike price of the contract that I'm looking at. I give you the estimated premium, right? And if I didn't say this already, I give you the stop loss, right? So I give you all of that, right? And I still get asked, let me know when you're entering the play, right? So I need you to understand that I put in that work in advance so that you have all of the information that you need in order to make that decision for yourself. Why is that? I do that because I found countless times throughout my years of being in this Discord, throughout my years of helping traders, that by the time I tell you I enter, right, you may have missed the prime entry, right? I might already be up 30% or 40% or 20%. The stock moves fast, right? So there's a delay from when I am anticipating that I might enter to me actually entering. And then I have to then communicate with you, right? So I need you to understand that I put these things in place so that you can make that decision. You guys got to understand that we have responsibilities outside of the Discord, right? Yeah, we give a lot of ourselves to the Discord, but you don't know that, like, I might be getting an alert on a play and then running into a meeting. I might see an alert. It might be a swing trade in my head. So I might press my buy button and then set my stop loss, phone back in pocket, going to do what I'm doing. It could be family matters. It could be anything, right? So I need y'all to understand that we're human. We got things going on. And, but I also, on the other side of this, feel like there's just a struggle reading the charts, right? There's a struggle with the confidence in making this decision despite all of the information being laid out for you. So that is why we are looking at market structure today. This is what's leading into this training today. I had to break that down for you guys to set the stage as to what we're trying to accomplish, because it's very, very important for y'all to understand that we do what we can, right? We can lead you to water, but maybe you didn't learn how to take a sip yet, right? So maybe you didn't learn how to read yet, right? Maybe you just know a couple letters of the alphabet, but you can't put together complete sentences as it relates to the chart. Or just maybe you just don't have enough time in the game to have the confidence that you need in order to make that decision. And that's okay. That's why we're all here. We're all at different levels. And that's why we're here in a community, because we support and elevate one another. But if you have that issue, right, where you are fearful of entering or don't know when to enter or exit, then you need to voice that, right? Instead of saying, hey, let me know when you're in, or let me know when you're out, right? I only see the gains, right? Like, no, you have the same setup as me, right? You have the same chart as I do, right? So I say that, and I hope that doesn't offend anybody. I just wanted to provide some clarification from like my perspective, because I genuinely care about everybody that I help, everybody in this community, and I will continue to pour myself, my time, my efforts into what I do to improve myself so I can then educate you the best way that I can. So if anybody has any like opinion towards that, let me know. Okay. If you have anything, let me know. But that's leading into what we're gonna talk about. We're gonna go right into the charts, we're gonna talk about it, and then we're going to be about it. Hopefully this helps you guys maybe 1% better, makes you 1% better than what you were today. Okay. So KGU, let's go, Nana. All right, so give me a couple more KGUs. You don't count. All right, and then we're about to get into it. I just need to take a sip, refresh my drink, and then we're gonna get into it. All right. Hey, put a 1 in the chat if that makes sense. Put a 1 in the chat if that makes sense, and you cool with what I just said, because I get it. I get it. Sometimes I speak very, very like bluntly, but I try my best to put it into it in a way that I wasn't being disrespectful. I don't say any of this to be disrespectful, right? I say this just so y'all to humanize me, right? But then also just to give you to help with some level of clarity here, okay? So Dustin, thank you, appreciate that KGU. All right, let's get it. Okay, Y3, I see you. Okay, all right, so we're about to get into it. If you haven't hit the like button, hit the like button, please. Okay, so tonight we're not talking about entries. We're talking about what makes the market actually like what it's actually doing before entries even make sense. Okay, so I think understanding structure is kind of what separates us as traders. I mean, like I said, you can catch a trader on a good day or a bad day. A trader can know all there is that he needs to know about trading, but he can still mess up. So I'm not saying that that you're going to be invincible, you know, but I am saying that by understanding this, you'll be a little bit more dangerous and a little less risk on, right? Or have a little bit of better risk management. You may have a little bit more patience, right? All those things. So it's just the difference between a reactive traders versus anticipatory traders. Okay, so we're gonna get into it. So where is my chart? And make sure that we're switching up right. Okay, can you guys hear me and can you see me? Mic check. Mic check. 1 2 1 3. Much gratitude to all you do to pour. I appreciate that, big dog. KGU, let's go, RJ. Let's go. All right, now I opened this up to all the KGU. So I did this because I want y'all to understand what goes down with live with the crowns. So for those that don't know, okay. Okay, so put a 1 in the chat if you struggle with reading the chart. I always ask for ones. It's just easier for me to just say, put a 1. If you want to use an emoji, use an emoji. I'm just looking for a reaction to make sure that I'm talking to the right people. That's it. All right. So, so first off, you know what? Let me get rid of me because I don't matter. Let's go to full chart. Okay. So what matters, right? We're looking at market structure. And what is market structure in plain language? It's the direction that the stock is going. It's higher highs, higher lows, lower highs, lower lows. It's consolidation, right? It's all of these things. So first I'm going to show you a simple structure, and I know everybody that some of you may know what some of these basics are. That's fine. but we have to talk about it. Okay, so just in this particular instance, right, we're not looking from behind here right now. We're looking right here to right here, and then this immediately is showing you a market structure. Okay, this is showing you a market structure, right, in the situation where you have low, a high, a higher low, a higher high, a higher low, right? And now we're making our way back up to figure out if we're going to continue or not. Okay, so this is step one of understanding. So now I want you to understand the next part of the market structure. Okay, right? That is called, this is called a break of structure. Okay, BOS, break of structure. Actually, let me zoom in and see if I can just make it happen here. Okay, so I know this looks like a little bit of a mess, but just bear with me. Okay, so again, market structure. We have highs and higher highs, right? Lows and higher lows, right? This is what you have. Break a structure, right, is when a structure breaks, when the candle breaks the high, the previous high, right? And then that is giving you confirmation of a continuation and a continuation of the trend, right, of the structure. So structure is still supported. So if I zoom in here, on here, you'll see right here it says BOS, right? That's break a structure. Why is it a break of structure? Because this orange line right here, just for now, was where the last high was. So once we broke the last high, right, we got to break a structure. That's what that means. Okay, now it's the same thing in reverse, right, on a downtrend. So when you have a low and a lower low and a lower high, right, I'm just gonna show y'all what this looks like. We're gonna get into some more detail, okay, so just bear with me. A lot of this stuff might be elementary for some, but just understand that everybody's had different levels of learning. Okay, so same thing. Okay, with this, you have a low, you have a lower, so you have a low, a lower high, lower high, lower high, right? You have a low, lower low, lower low, lower low, right? This is a market structure. Okay, this is a market structure. So I don't want people to be like overthinking it, right? I don't want people to be overthinking it, because it's not that complicated, right? It's not that complicated. Okay, so that is what that is. And anytime, so when we're in a downtrend, right, anytime we break the lower low, that is a break of structure to the downside, right, which leads to a continuation. Where do we see this? We see this right here, right? So we have our low, right, and then we cracked the low, right? We cracked the low. This candle right here cracked the low, which is a BOS, which is a break of structure, which is representative of a continuation in that trend. You remain in a downtrend. Okay, so I'm starting here, but then we're gonna flip to what change of character is. But before I move, does this make sense so far? KHUFU. I don't know what that means. Tell, hey, if that's a kufu, if that means something, big dog, let me know, because I don't know. All right, let's switch it up. All right, let's switch it up. Put a B. Put a B in the chat if you understand break a structure. Put a B in the chat if you understand break a structure. I'm gonna get rid of lines so it's not so loud on my screen. All right, let's see them B's at. Let's see where them B's at. Okay, so we went over market structure for an uptrend. We went over market structure to a downtrend. We talked about a break of structure and how that means, right, a continuation, right, of that structure, right? Now, when a structure no longer is being respected, that is called quiz time. What is that called? Somebody, what is that called? When a structure changes, when a structure is no longer being respected and it flips the script. I just want to see where the knowledge is. There we go. A change of character. Good job, GQ. A change of character. So this is what happens with the flow of the market. You get an uptrend, a downtrend. You get, let's say, the market happens in phases, right? Accumulation, distribution, and distribution, consolidation, right? So it goes in phases, right? And the market doesn't go in a straight line, right? So right now we have low, lower low. We have a downtrend, right? Glorified downtrend. But when are we no longer in the downtrend? We're no longer, or we have a sign that we're breaking out of this trend once this lower high is broken. Once we breach the last lowest high. So right here, right here, we fell down and we start to consolidate, but we're seeing higher lows, but we still are seeing lower highs, right? We're still seeing lower highs. So we're in a consolidation phase, and we're trying to figure out, the market's trying to figure out what direction it wants to go, right? Which leads to a potential change of character, right? The change of character happens, right? The change of character happens once the candle breaks the recent lowest, the low high, right? That is a character change or a sign, right, of a character change. That is not your confirmation that we're gonna go be on an uptrend, right? All right, we're gonna talk about that too. So essentially that's what that is, okay? And at the end of the day, the question is, well, when do you enter a play? So you say, hey, Rail, like, man, I've been waiting for this level all day. We finally broke. Let me see if I get this from like, let's go with a white. Does white look good? Let's go with a thicker white, okay? Say, hey, Rail, man, I've been waiting for this to break all day. Man, it finally did. I'm hopping into calls. Well, no, right? We don't just hop into calls when we get the change of character, right? What do we need for us to confirm that we're going up, right? If we want to switch from bearish to bullish, what do we need? Well, we need a lower high to form after this higher high, right? So, and if we don't get that confirmation, right, then that the call side of the play is invalidated, okay? So we get our last lower low or lower high. We get our last lower high, right? And now we break up and break above that lower high, which is going to give us our change of character identifier, right? Now, for this to be valid for an upside move, we need other things to fall in place. Now, how does this work? We would then need a retracement and for the candlestick to close above the previous lower low, right? Because now we are getting a higher high and a higher low, right? This would be our confirmation that we are now in an uptrend. So then we would ride this up, right? we're more confirmed once we have a break of structure, right? Because then we would be closing above the last higher or higher high, right? So this is what we need to happen before we hop into a potential call. Now, in this particular situation, we did not get that, right? We get a change of character, right? We get a change of character, but we get buy side liquidity off of that change of character. Buy side liquidity. When you see it buy side liquidity, I mean, there's a lot here, okay? And I'm gonna try my best not to lose you, but this is the manipulation, right? So the market is running to get something, right? It's moving to get something, right? It's not moving to fake you out, right? It's moving to get something. And what that is orders. The market needs orders filled so it can go the direction that it wants to go, right? So the close of this candle being a top wick, it's a no-go. Like it's one of those, be careful, because one, you're failing to break the structure, right? You're showing multiple rejections, and now you're coming on down, right? And then this candle, right? This candle being an opening candle, yeah, it looks crazy, right? You think that it looks bullish, but Keenan just did a live talking about hammers, right? This ain't a hammer, right? This is not a hammer. This is a doji, just with a big body in the middle. It's a big body doji, right? So what you notice with this is that this doji has now swept the low, right? This is a previous day low sweep, okay? Previous day low sweep and stop loss hunt, right? So we did not confirm. That's what this is saying. We did not confirm. We came back and we retested, but we still failed to break structure. So we are not confirmed. Everything is telling us that this is not a go right now, okay? And this is what happens. This red box that you see, right? This is just an order block, right? It's an order block. And sellers is trying to, we're trying to fill the orders so we can get pumped down. This is a sell side order, sell side order block or supply, right? You got supply demand, okay? I talk a lot about that. So this is what you get, right? So we need to understand that, right? We need to understand that. Now, before I continue, let me know if you have any questions, okay? So far, are we tracking? Let me know. Put a C in the chat if you understand change of character. Put a C in the chat if you understand change of character. I will draw you something separate, so it's clean, okay? So let's assume that we're in an uptrend. We're doing a higher high. This is a market structure, right? Where you get a higher high and a higher low. Every time we break the previous higher high, that is a break of structure, which confirms a continuation and a hold of this uptrend, okay? Now, what is a change of character? Well, change of character is when something changes, right? So a couple things can lead to a change of character. One, if this does not break the high and this becomes a lower high, this is a sign of a change of character. We did not break structure. We did not break structure. And instead, we did this, okay? That is a change of character. We are not yet confirmed for a downtrend though, right? This is what we're waiting for. So before I continue, let's touch on everything we did. We did an uptrend or market structure, talked about market structure, where we got higher highs and higher lows, right? We talked about break of structure, which is every time let's go to yellow. It's every time, whatever direction we're going in, in this example, we're in an uptrend. Every time price closes above the previous high, right? Break a structure, break a structure, break a structure. Okay? Not breaking structure. This is a change of character, right? Change of character. Now, this is an early sign, right? The true change is when we break below here. When we break the lower high or the higher low. When the higher low, let's go blue. When the higher low is broken, right? This is the official change of character, because we could have easily came here and then popped back up, right? But this is your trigger sign, right? But you are not yet valid, right? This is not an entry position. This is a notification. This is saying, hey bro, hey gal, hey queen, hey king, hey, we are not doing higher lows anymore. We just made a lower low. Okay, so now what do we need in order for us to be switching to a bearish bias, right? Well, we need confirmation. And what is that confirmation? It comes in a form of now, after this lower low was formed, we now see a lower high. If we fail to break back above this previous lower high, then we are confirmed that we are officially in a downtrend. This is a change of character with confirmation. I hope that makes sense. Okay. All right. Are we tracking? Put a fire emoji in the chat right now if you think this is helping. Okay. We're doing real life examples though. Okay. We gonna do this. And y'all bear with me. So when your boy is on, right? When I'm able to commit time to myself and I'm trading at my desk, I see everything. It's a little harder when I'm on the road and I'm trading on my phone because emotions get involved. I'm busy, I'm not committed, I'm not focused, and I get smoked sometimes by trying to trade this way. Holding too long, being greedy, those are all the bad signs of trading. You don't do that. But I be doing it sometimes and it sucks, right? I gotta stop it. I just need to take the trading apps off my phone sometimes and just trade at my desk because I have my personal issues that I'm still working through. But y'all know when we live trade, I win more than I lose. I dedicate more time. What's funny is that I dedicate more time trading in this environment when I'm live trading with you guys versus carving out that time for myself. And I really need to fix that personally. That's a me problem, not a you problem. Okay. But I'm trying to balance my life with all this, and it's hard. It's a lot. I got a lot going on, but that doesn't mean I don't know what I'm doing. All right. Yes. You see how patience is built into this indicator? Yes, for sure. All right. So we're going to talk about it. Don't go nowhere. Okay. Because it's important what I'm about to show you next. So we're going to go ahead and we're going to replay. Okay. I love replays because these replays is going to tell you what's going on. All right. So when I'm looking at a play, Rail is cool, calm, collected. He got his drink, my beverage of choice. I'm relaxed. I'm uninterrupted. I got my charts up. I got my music going, whatever it is. I'm in my zone, right? I've done the check-in, mental check-in with myself, and now I'm here, right? I'm here. I'm looking for a trade, right? Here's what I'm asking myself. Right? Hold up. Take a sip. Hold on. There's more to this, y'all, and I can't get into it all, but I'll do my best with the little time that we have. Okay. We'll make sure I'm good. I have my notes, like, so I don't forget anything. Yeah. All right. So what am I doing? So one, I'm identifying the time frame that I'm wanting to trade in, or wanting to establish my my structure. So of course, when you zoom out on the daily, the weekly, the 4 hour, whatever, you have your overview of your market structure, but then you're trading within the day. You're doing your intraday trading, and you're figuring out that stuff from there. So I'm looking at that. I'm understanding what session I'm in, rather I'm in New York session or Asian session, whatever, if you're trading futures or whatnot, if you're in power hour, whatever session you may be in. Then I identify what the 15-minute bias might be, right? Are we bullish or are we bearish? Are we in an uptrend or we're in a downtrend? What's our 15-minute bias, right? That's what I'd be looking at. So I'd be in the 5-minute, sometimes looking at this table, this cockpit, and it'll tell me. So if I'm in the 5-minute looking for a trade or a play, I'll know that my 15-minute is showing a bearish situation, meaning that it has lower highs or higher lows, right? Lower highs and lower lows, right? I'm bearish. I identify if we're in a trending market or if we're in a like a standstill. Are we consolidating, right? Are we not? Is no direction chosen yet, right? Identify whether we are above or below my 200-day EMA, right? These things let me know what direction we're traveling. These things let me know what kind of play I should be looking for, right? Am I above or below VWAP? Again, if both of these things are bearish, then it tells me that likely we're in the downtrend. What structure? The structure, I'm in a downtrend, right? So I got a bearish bias. I'm in a trending market, downtrend, right? I'm below the EMAs. My VWAP, I'm under VWAP. My structure is a downtrend, which is telling me that I have lower highs and lower lows, right? Volume, I check volume to make sure that we have activity, that we have volume liquidity, because that's going to help me fill my orders, right? And then I need to know if I'm in a premium area for puts or discounted area for calls, right? Where am I in this phase? Where am I on my chart, right? This is what this is telling me. Do I have liquidity, right? And then, you know, all the other stuff like this. These are just the questions I ask myself when I'm looking at these trades, right? So then I'm going to go ahead and I'm going to just do a speed run. And then we're going to talk about what I see here, what we see as traders, right? So as of right now, we're starting to see like some demand pop up here. We're seeing some buy side volume, some bullish volume. So I'm sorry, you guys, like I'm using an indicator that I built to help explain some of the things that I see. So that way, like I don't need to decipher anything. Like my indicator kind of just paints the picture for me. It what's the word I'm looking for? It kind of like breaks it down. Like it puts all the information I need right there, so I can use less brain power to make a decision. So we have a bull OB, which is an order block, right? Which is essentially a demand zone, right? So I'm gonna press play, and then we're gonna see what's gonna happen here. As of right now, we are in a downtrend. as of right now, we had buy side liquidity happen right here, right? We see that we have a high, a lower high, we have a low just on this screen right now, and a lower low, right? And now we're trying to see if we're gonna do what, right? Are we gonna have a change of character, right? Are we gonna have a change? Because this isn't a break of structure, this is a change of character, okay? So we're gonna hit play and see what happens. Okay, so, well, okay. So now it's showing higher highs and higher lows, right? And then it's showing a potential break of structure to the upside. But you got this big tall wick that happened, right? On some good volume, but it's indecision, right? So this didn't really follow through. This is why we wait for confirmation. So now, if this is to be a change of character, then this would need to be, well, this would be the change of character if this ends up being a higher low from here, right? So let's press play. No, this is a break of structure, which is telling me that it's a continuation. This is a false move, a liquidity grab, right? Right? It's the opening move. That's what it is. It's just the opening move. Then you get institutional selling that happens here, and the supply zone that happens here. We sweep through it. We have an increase in institutional volume, and we break the structure, right? We break the structure of what was considered a higher high here, right? We break the structure, BOS, right? And then we have an increase, still an increase in volume. So institutions is still telling me that we're going down. We are still in the downtrend. We have a volume spike, right? At the New York open session, right? So this is what's happening, right? So then down here, it's a discount on calls, right? What does that mean? It says discount on calls. That means that if we see signs of a reversal, we can get call options for cheap down here. But let's play it out. I'm playing this pretty quick. So as of right now, what do you guys see? We have a structure right here, just in this piece alone. But mind you, I am paying attention to the 15-minute, right? The 15-minute is what I'm really like basing my decisions on. But I'm in the 5-minute to get a closer look, right, of what's going on, right? So then let's press play. So this is giving you a change of character. Hold up, I need a drink. Because it broke what they consider a higher high or a lower high, right? So this right here is the move. Well, low, lower high, right? These are lower highs, right? And then we get the hammer. Then we break, and then a change of character, because we get our first higher high off of this downtrend, okay? And then we are getting what looks to be a higher low. But this could be, this looks to be, it looks like it could still be a downtrend. Okay. Let's see. So we have buy side liquidity here. So we bounce out, we trade sideways. We're chopping. We're chopping. We have a low volume, right? We have low volume. And right now they're not trying to trip you up, right? They're shopping, right? They're shopping for stop orders, right? Because they need orders they need orders for them to, right? For them to fill their orders, right? So we get buy side liquidity. We get buy side liquidity. And then we get a trigger on this indicator, for instance, on for a potential short, right? It's not necessarily confirmed or validated, but nonetheless. Notice that this is a sell side order block, right? We knew that from the open, and we had a hard time breaking through. We were getting rejected. This is what happens when we see supply and demand, right? And then down here, you're seeing a continuation of volume, but our volume is still low overall. But nonetheless, let me turn on my lines. I'm almost done. I'm gonna turn on my lines so you see what's going on here. So when this thing pops up, it's showing you a put option off of this candle, a stop loss here, and a take profit target here. Okay, that's what you're seeing, just so you know. Doesn't always work out, but you know, because nothing's confirmed. Okay, so we get sell side liquidity. So we get a hammer at the bottom of this trend, right? There's very little volume throughout this entire move versus all the volume we had here of the institutions pushing us down. Okay, we get a sell side liquidity, right? And you know, they're shopping with the hammer. If you were just following Keenan on his live stream, we talked about the hammer, right? There's the hammer and the inverted hammer. There's a 70% chance of a reversal when you see this pattern. And I have something to show you guys probably that I can give you a cheat sheet. One second. Cheat sheet. Let me give you a cheat sheet. It's something I made a little bit ago. So check this out. If you need to take a screenshot, take a screenshot. But look at the hammer. At the top left-hand corner, I show you what it looks like. Rather, it doesn't matter if it's green or if it's red, right? A hammer at the bottom of a downtrend, right? Or of a downtrend has a 60 to 70% probability of a potential reversal. Okay, that's what that is. Hopefully you got the screenshot. I'm pulling it off the screen. Okay. All right. So here, this entire time, I want y'all to see that this entire time, while this is going, we get our downtrend, volume starts to get active once we hit this peak. So watch. Look, this whole move, no volume, no volume, no volume, no volume. Then we get up a little push down. There's very little volume, right? There's very little volume. And then let me slow this down so you guys can see. Now we're getting active, right? So what do you see? You're seeing volume increase. As price is increasing, volume's increasing, right? On my cockpit here, it shows, hey, we got active institutional traders showing up, right? They're getting active. They're ready to make a move, right? Now you don't necessarily know the move, right? But you do know when you have an increase in volume. You do know when you have a potential sell side liquidity. You do know that if this is respected and not broken down, then you're likely to see higher lows and higher highs. But all right, pause. So right here, we're trying to figure out how we're entering this play. We have a low, a higher low, and then what is that? It's a higher low. So far, it's a higher low. We have a high and a higher high, right? This is forming an uptrend. Okay, we're still in this downtrend in reality from here, right? But I'm paying attention to this hammer and I'm seeing how price is reacting as we're moving up. So we break that, but we're respecting the sell side liquidity. And then we get this big boom right here. So we get demand and then we get a break of structure, right? We get a break of structure. So again, a break of structure is continuation. When we broke here, right? We have our low. We can say this is the higher low. That's okay. Lower, higher low, high, higher high, right? this last higher high, if we break it, that's a break of structure. If we break this, right? If we break all of this, it's a change of character. So hopefully that makes sense. You're starting to see institutions show up in volume, right? They're still pushing this up, right? But you're paying attention to the fact that on our 15-minute, we now have a bullish bias. Our trend, we're still trending. Now we're bullish above our EMAs. Structurally, on the higher time frame, we're in a downtrend. But, you know, in this move in particular, right? I don't know. Hopefully it makes sense. When you zoom out, you're in that downtrend. But when you're close to it, you're running up. Okay, let me see if I can speed this up a little bit more. So even here, a call option was given where we had a stop loss and then we overtake profit target up here. Now I want to say this is after hours or whatever, but the question is, do we hit our target? We're into another day, so it is what it is. But hopefully y'all get the point, right? There's other things here that's going on. Like what we didn't cover is a lot of is in detail the buy side and sell side liquidity. We didn't talk about equal highs or equal lows. We didn't talk about previous day highs and lows. We didn't talk about liquidity like a lot. We touched on it a little bit. I have countless videos on supply and demand. But we talked about a lot about reading this market, right? We talked about a lot of that. Okay. Does it make sense? I mean, no matter how you swing it, it is a lot, bro. Like it's not easy, right? If it was easy, everybody would do it, right? But at the very least, hopefully you're able to read the charts that much better than you were before. Now there's more to this, right? There's way more to this. I gave like a different class like the other day, breaking down like more of the definitions and the intricacies and the psychology behind it all. But I don't got a lot of time, right? So I'm not gonna get into that. But I just hope that it's helpful. Let's see what we got in the chat. We got fire emojis. We got C's. I see how patience built in, tracking. Yes, yes, yes. So far, it makes sense. Okay. If you guys, just so you know, if you have any questions, let me know. If you're interested, like I do, like, look, indicators that help with this. One, you have something called Lux Algo Swing Volume Profile, right? Right. This is helpful with identifying kind of like the pivot points. Not only that, but it also helps you identify where you're going to start seeing a fight between the buyers and sellers, right? So right here, here's a pivot point, for example, but you see that there's a low volume right here, right? And if sellers pop in, right, with volume, then it's going to flush with no resistance, right? That's kind of what these are what's showing. If buyers are down here, right, because let's say we fell down, right, but there's no volume down here, and then bulls push into this, but there's a lot of fight to the upside, right? There's a lot of fight to the upside. Notice we have kind of like a point of control, essentially, right? So you're starting to see some consolidation and stop loss hunting, and they're trying to figure out where they want to take it. But no matter what, like this is like paraphrasing real quick what this is, because this is like I gave a class on this alone like the other week. So yeah, it's helpful. So that I use. Another one I use is the Quadro Volume Profile. It's QVP by Big Beluga. Big Beluga. And then this will tell you who's in control, right? Who has the control within this candles, like within these candles in particular, right? So we have a 47% buyers that is absorbing and keeping the price up, so they're buying the discounts, right? And we only have about 1.38% of sellers up here. They're showing up, but they're not yet in control, right? So that's kind of what it's showing. You see that this is an uptrend right here. Okay, so that helps with that. And then the last thing, I built an indicator, y'all. Like, I built an indicator like a while ago. It's been a long, hard road to get it to where it is, but I'll show you what it does. I've been showing you what it does, but it's pretty much it covers institutional flow, right? It's telling you what's going on, right? It's telling you when there's institutional volume. It's telling you when they're seeking buy side or sell side liquidity. It's telling you when they're doing stop loss hunting. When you see something like this, then you're kind of waiting for price to close back below this level for us to look at shorts, right? That's kind of what's showing up here. It's telling you if you're breaking structure, which is also letting you know if you're in a continuation. It shows you your previous day high and your previous day lows. It shows you the 200-day EMA that's baked in. It's showing you buy side order blocks and sell side order blocks. So supply and demand. It's showing you change of character, and it's showing you sweeps, previous day low sweeps, and it's showing you this table that I just told you. It lets you know when the market's in chop mode, you probably need to wait. It's giving you like a little help, right? It's assisting you in your trading. It's allowing you to read the chart without using more brain power, right? And I'm taking much pride in this because it's been several months to get it to where I want it to be, right? And AI finally caught up to where it could help me clean it up to where I needed it. So shout out to AI. It gives you plays, right? It gives you plays based on confluence, though, right? Like if enough confluences occur, then you'll get an entry, a stop loss, and a take profit target. Okay, that's what's going on. That's what's going on. Hopefully that makes sense. Hopefully that makes sense. Any questions? Like right here, right? It's showing you an order block of sales, showing you entry, showing you your entry, which would be this block, right? Your stop loss, right? And your take profit target. And this looks like it ran to target. Not only that, it continued, right? So anyway, if you guys are interested in that, I can share a link, but you can just look it up too. I want to say if you type in on the indicator tab, if you type in, let's see, S4R, and it'll pop up as, hold on, let me get rid of all of these. Oh, this is the one. And so it's S4R Mastermind Institutional Flow, right? It'll pop up right here. It'll show you everything you need to know as far as what it does. Okay. Any questions? Let's see. In my opinion, you have to pay attention to volume and what the candles are telling you. I personally love the indicator. Love it. Okay, Breeze. I now have a better explanation of what the indicator, of how the indicator works. This is probably not supposed to be class on the indicator. Nope. But is there a way to change the 15-minute bias that's built into any time period? No. I mean, technically, no. But when you switch to a different time frame, though, it does give you different areas of, different signals. Okay. But think about like anything, like guys, indicator aside, when you're charting or whatever, you're charting on the day, the 4 hour or 1 hour. Let's say you're charting on 1 hour because you know the general direction, right? You start on the 1 hour, you figure out what's going on, right? All right, I'm in an uptrend on a 1 hour. Cool, bet, right? I got a higher high, higher low, higher low, right? And now we're retracing, whatever, okay? But I'm gonna live in the 15 minute for the most part, because I'm trying to watch what's going on today, right? Because I'm zone syncing, which I've taught KGU, Sacrifice for Riches, this all like often. Zone syncing, right? We start off big, come in close, we figure it out, right? So that's what we do, and this is how we kind of get into the space of making a decision. And then from there, go from the 15 minute to the 5 minute, right? And then from the 5 minute to the 1 minute. If you want to pull the trigger, it's trigger only. You only go to the 1 minute when you're ready to snipe, like go in, get in on the play, right? Sell side liquidity, came back to retest, reject it. Okay, we can take this call likely once we start to see institutional value, and then our stop loss would have been pretty much below the sell side liquidity. Okay, but we know that we're in a trending market. We know that we're in a bullish trend overall, so we can play the bottom. We're waiting for the bottom. We're looking for the bottom, so we can play to the upside. Okay, so I think that's it. All right, hopefully that helped a lot of people. Shout out to y'all for being here and investing in yourself. If you have any questions, let me know. I'm just gonna share y'all the link. Okay, I can share you the link because this is a one-time cost. If you want the indicator, okay, you do not need the indicator to trade, right? But if you need assistance in reading, here you go. Okay, yeah, so it's one time for now. At the end of the month, it's going to a subscription. I just want everybody to know. So right now it's a one-time cost, and April 1st is going to a subscription model, just so you know. So use it. Let me know what you think, if you so choose, if you decide to hop into it, whatever. But I build tools to help traders. I build tools to help traders. I build tools to help me, and I just monetize it. That's what I do. All right, with that being said, everybody, this is Stocks for Real, Sacrifice for Riches, and we're gonna go out with, you know, how we should have started off. Everybody, take care.
This that late shift, graveyard, pockets on E. This that praying in the driver, God, don't let me bleed. This that thumbnail, live stream, teaching about the teeth of the market while I'm fighting for my family to eat. This that knee brace, aching from the miles in the mud. This that E5 rank that I earned with my blood. This that YouTube grind when the views was a dud. Now we talking about a movement, not a maybe. This a flood. Sacrifice for the riches, that ain't just about the cash. That's about the sleep I gave up just to break a broken past. That's about the liquor I refused when I could've hit the glass. That's about the therapy I took instead of speeding off and crash.
That's the code that I live. Gave my tears, gave my time, gave my body, gave my ribs. For my wife, for my kids, for my people that I live. Ain't nobody gonna stop me, I'ma die before I quit. Sacrifice for riches, put the name on my stone. I was built for all this pressure, I ain't breaking, now I'm grown. If you looking for a hero who was carved out of the stones, you can see him in the mirror when you face it on your own.
I was clocking in for bosses that ain't know my middle name. They just saw the numbers hitting, they ain't see the inner strain. Then I turn my pain to content, turn my lessons into game. Now I got a tribe of traders that refuse to play the same. Discord buzzing charts up, members learning how to move. We ain't chasing lotto tickets, we're protecting what we prove. Teaching risk, teaching patience, teaching how to keep you cool. Cause I lost enough myself to write a whole financial school. My sobriety a badge, my resilience a shield. Every L I ever took became a tool I had to wield. When the market tried to break me, I just studied how it killed. Then I built a better system, now I'm walking through the field.
Sacrifice for riches, that's the code that I live. Gave my tears, gave my time, gave my body, gave my ribs. For my wife, for my kids, for my people that I live. Ain't nobody gonna stop me, I'ma die before I quit. Sacrifice for riches, put the name on my stone. you face it on your own.
When I say sacrifice, you say for riches.
Sacrifice for riches. Sacrifice
for riches, from the trenches to the digits. When I say process, you say over profit.
Process over profit. Process
over profits, we ain't stopping till we locked it. From the runaway son to the soldier in the dirt, to the husband with a white queen fighting through the hurt, to the father of 2 daughters that he put in every verse, to the trader and the teacher helping others break the curse. I'm the sum of every scar they tried to use to hold me back. I'm the voice of every kid who had to grow up in attack. I'm the proof that if you're willing to go all in on the path, you can lose a couple battles and still never lose your track.